This is just a small video disclaimer. Before going into the video today, please be warned that it does contain gameplay spoilers for God Eater 3. Just letting you know as a heads up. Thanks, hope you enjoy the video. God Eater 3, the sequel to God Eater 2 Rage Burst. After a disaster of tremendous proportions referred to as the Ashlands, which devoured Fenrir HQ, is where this new chapter begins. With the still ongoing Ashland areas and dangerous storms, namely ash storms, we have a variety of new features and weapons to tackle our way to being humanity's last defense, or we can just run a daycare. Either way, it's going to be pretty amazing, so let's get started. Adaptive God Eaters, or Aegis for short, this new brand of God Eater was created with a higher resistance to ash. As such, they are thought of as a humanoid origami in the eyes of standard God Eaters and their higher-ups. And don't even get me started on their new flexible combat prowess. Aegis also get quite a few perks, so let's go into detail on that as well. The first ability we're going to talk about today is Dive, a long advancing charge that homes in on enemies when locked in. Personally, it's my new favorite ability of the game. Though honestly, I just use it to rush towards stage items at the end of the mission, not even gonna lie. Next up is the cool new Burst Art system, similar to the old Blood Art system. It's an augmented attack booster that when combined with burst plugins, acceleration trigger, the new engage system, and skill install for your entire loadout will make even the fiercest enemies crumble like dust beneath your feet. Sounds like a lot, right? I promise it's pretty simple. I do admit though that some of the features you can attach seem awkward or just flat out feel wrong, so don't be afraid to test things, because luckily, time only moves in game via the story quest, which pretty much just makes us gods. Oh man, before I forget, let me tell you Pixel Cuties about my favorite new weapon added out of the two we get. It's called Biting Edge. It's a silly name, I know, but hey, we can still pretend to be dot hack characters regardless, cause I know I did. Biting Edge in its normal form is the classic fast but short range dual blades. Having the fastest attack speed and a transformation form of a twin bladed glaive, Biting Edge is hands down the ideal weapon for our DPS loving friends. TLDR, such speed, much low damage. The second new weapon we're going to talk about today is the Heavy Moon, which personally I didn't appreciate at all. I honestly didn't even pick up the weapon. I thought it was kind of useless. But it's styled in the shape of a crescent moon, which circles into the fight with one of the highest attack powers in the game. Naturally, it has a secondary form as well, the infamous Battle Axe. So just imagine a death metal Sailor Moon, and that's more or less what Heavy Moon's all about. Cool mental image, right? Also, it has a hella new and amazing addition, which is the new gun system. What does it do? Well, let me tell you guys, what it doesn't do. You no longer get hit by your own allies. Thank the Bandai gods for that, because oh my god, Kanon from the first game is an actual pain in the ass. Now that we've finally covered weapons, let's get into what we really want to talk about today, and that's the new Ash Origami. Air quotes around Ash, cause these crazy jerks have Devour attacks. That's right, you heard me, you can get devoured back. Brings a full circle to the term dog-eat-dog world, doesn't it? The downside to their Devour is a predictable combat pattern when they aren't in burst mode. Just keep that in mind. And also make sure to keep your main weapon up to snuff with its elemental weakness, and they can go down pretty fast. But don't let my nonchalantness about them fool you, because no matter where you are in the game, I promise you, from experience, that they can and will one-shot you if you aren't paying attention. Overall, God Eater 3, in my personal opinion, made a medium-sized splash above what older titles in the series have done so far. As a final rating, I want to say I give it about a 79 out of 100, give or take. Though the story isn't as in-depth as previous titles, the trade-off is the phenomenal combat system. But I do often have a tough time trying to figure out if I was supposed to be the hero of the world or running a daycare. Those gosh darn kids are just so annoying. Man, who am I actually kidding here? I'd run a daycare hands down. And let the world burn, dude. I don't even care. Well, thanks for tuning in, Pixel Cuties. Let me know how you felt about the game in the comments, and please let me know if I did well in this video.